Garbage galore is what Akeem Orit saw today. Tell us about your next report coming up right now, Akeem.
The garbage galore, Gio. When you look in St. Anne, Trelawney, and St. James, one thing is similar, is garbage pile up. And residents are urging and are pleading with the related authorities to step in and do something for them. So I went in all the 3 parishes and filed this report, so take a look. We are 1 day away from it being 1 month since the passage of Hurricane Melissa. And for residents here in Salem, St. Anne, this is what the garbage pileup looks like. And they say it's the first time since the hurricane they have seen a garbage truck.
Well, to be honest, it's really disgusting. And there's a lot of flies, rats. Of course, it's very disgusting. And we hardly see the garbage trucks. Hardly. Since the hurricane, we hardly see the garbage trucks. So we are pleading to whoever they are to send out the garbage truck to let them come and take up the garbage.
Sometimes when the garbage truck, when them come, I always wonder what them have over there stinks so.
Now, as leptospirosis and other diseases are on the rise, residents here are pretty much concerned.
I have to start wearing my mask. I soon have to start wearing my mask. If I never have to use a kerchief over my nose, I have to do it because it's very, breeze blowing, all sort of something, you don't know what is what. Always what will happen.
As you see, we're open up to the garbage. We're guys digging and we're inhaling. But by the end of the day, we get injection and all, so we're not really gonna catch any of those things. But we're concerned very much about leptospirosis.
Now we're here in a section of salt marsh called Wharf in Trelawney. And by the looks of it, just mere meters away from the mangroves, there is this garbage pileup right behind me. And by the looks of it, it seems garbage truck has not been seen in this area since the passage of Hurricane Melissa.
After the storm, we see garbage. We just have to burn what we can burn. Because no garbage truck no come around here. And the whole place in a deplorable condition. This place right now, water always run, go and see from half of the main road, see black up there.
One resident says the Salt Marsh Primary School that was to be reopened could not be.
School, there is no garbage collector from when, and the amount of garbage is down there, one truck cannot carry it.
Here in Barrett Hall, St. James, more of the same. And in this garbage pile-up, even a dead dog.
The garbage situation is a big problem, man. It brings a lot of rats and roaches and all these things. I have a few restaurants about the place and supermarkets that carry food and all of that. When the rat and roach and something crawl upon the thing there, where you go, you can definitely happen to your health. Your health come first, and sometimes you go to the hospital when you get certain disease or whatever, I go to the hospital. You go in the pandemic,
While residents have expressed concerns about the slow pace of garbage collection, local government Minister Desmond McKenzie is urging patience, noting the health of garbage collectors is at risk.
People bawling, they don't see them. And where them there with the truck. Remember, we have to ensure that they have the adequate gears to go out there to collect this level of waste. It's not the normal commercial or residential waste we're talking about. And I'm saying to the country, treat these men and women with respect.
Now, as cleanup efforts continue across the island, frustrated residents say the stench has become unbearable and are urging the related authorities to act swiftly. Reporting from Montego Bay, St. James,
Parishes from St. Anne, Trelawney, and also here in St. James. You're now joined by the mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon. Mr. Vernon, you've been doing a lot, but a lot still needs to be done. Chief of that garbage collection, serious concerns coming up here to Cambridge as well. I'm sure you'd have seen some of the uncollected garbage.
Yes, we do have waste management challenge at this point in time, but I'll separate it in 3 sections. But before I tell you what the sections are, I'll tell you what the reality is. We have been trying to keep up with the collection because we have been heavy hit where our units are concerned. Not making an excuse, just telling you the reality.
So when you say heavy hitter, your units are concerned, I mean the actual garbage trucks?
That's right, the compactor trucks, not the tippers.
What happened to them?
So we, in preparation for hurricanes, we pre-positioned trucks at the Catching Stadium. The Catching area was flooded, including 6 compactor trucks, and the crane that WPM has. In terms of responding, following that...
so how many of those trucks were damaged?
6. Right, so in terms of responding, following that challenge, we had to get some support from Kingston. They sent down 10 units for a day and returned them to Kingston following. And we have been trying as best as possible to work on the ones that were damaged. And most of them are up now. I believe 2 are still down. And as a result, we have been reaching now into some of these communities, the larger ones. So for example, the Bogue Village community, sections of Ironshore, sections of Westgate Hills. We have been pinned down in Catherine and West Green for 24 days. And we now are moving to scale up the operation where garbage collection is concerned. Tomorrow, we'll be getting 10 additional units from our neighboring municipalities. So we will have 17 moving around, moving across St. James to pick up. But they have other challenges, such as accessing some areas. Even today at our EOC meeting, one of the challenges raised was...
And by EOC, that's the Emergency Operations Center created just before at the head of Hurricane Melissa.
That's correct. And in accessing some of these communities, especially the more remote ones, you have light posts halfway, wires halfway across the road, so big units can't pass. Same thing with water trucks, same thing with fire, same thing with the garbage trucks. So that has posed a challenge. Now, the 3 types of garbage that we've been looking at and have been organizing ourselves around collecting. First one is the domestic waste, and that one is the direct responsibility of the compactor trucks. And that is where we will have 17 tomorrow to ramp up the operation across the municipality.
17 compactor trucks will be here tomorrow to kind of help with the clearing of what we call domestic waste.
That's correct. And then we have the bulky waste, the old fridge, appliances, and we have had to deal with much of those since Melissa. And that we use the tipper trucks to deal with. Now the other one is the...
Quickly, just before you move on, because it all sounds well and good, 17 will be coming and, spreading out across the municipality. In terms of how they will be spread across the parish now, because I know the garbage significant right across the area. Communities now, community members watching right now who may be using their phones on YouTube, they say, okay, I want to come in my community. Where are some of the locations that will be attended to tomorrow?
So we are not yet at the... is one of them. Bogue Hill is one of them. But I can't go through the entire list. But they do have a strategy working with, and they are being guided as well by the St. James Health Services. They work with the public health officers.
Okay. We are almost out of time. Seriously, I have to put to you, viewers, before we came on here, I played a clip for the mayor. We spoke with vendors in the arcade in Montego Bay, significantly damaged by Hurricane Melissa. But even before Hurricane Melissa, there was a fire, and some of them were expressing some displeasure with the response, even from before Melissa with the fire. Mayor, how do you respond to the concerns that the vendors are raising?
I mean, it is one of patience, and they have been there for over 30 years. Yes? And over that period, they have had many fires. Several of them associated with arson, and some with shortage in the electricity connections and those stuff. And that is information coming from the Jamaica Fire Brigade. The information that is coming out of the market about the rebuilding process, we did have our stakeholder engagement. We presented the plans to them, but we have had challenges with funding that development. And since that time, we have been working with central government in Development Corporation to come up with some fund. We want to ensure that that area is developed and is a dignified area for a marketplace and to do business for small business operators.
Entirely out of time, Mayor Vernon, but finally before we go, what are the next steps? What are you doing right now as a municipality to help with some of the restoration work in the parish?
We're still doing care packages up to 80,000 now. Since day 30, 80,000. We're cleaning. We're doing the third part now is the Melissa waste. and we have allocated $51 million across the 17 municipal divisions across municipality to deal with the collection and the cleanup. Persons are still dumping over their walls, over their gates, so we have to be cleaning that as well. But we are dealing with garbage collection, shelter management. This is a shelter right here at the Cambridge Primary School. We're transitioning persons from shelters to from school shelters to community centers so that we can reopen schools. So it's a full-on response, and water is restored 65%, electricity 50%.
Full-on response. Are also
Yes.
fully out of time. I've gotten a rough up signal from 2 minutes ago, but thank you so much.
Montego Bay is open for business. Our people are getting back to work, and we are about 60% back in business.
60% back in business, Montego Bay. That's the word from Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Mr. Vernon. That's all the time we have for you here from the Cambridge Primary School in St. James. It's back to Nika Lewis in studio.